Hi, my name is Sahitya Murali and I'm from the batch of 2022 at SDA Bocconi Asia Center. Prior to joining Bocconi, I did my Bachelor of Technology from Anna University main campus in Chennai, and I went on to do my Masters in Engineering from BITS Pilani campus. Now that was 6 years of biotechnology, but I felt like I needed something a little more challenging for me to take up as an actual career. And I wanted something where I could use both the extremely creative side of me and the analytical side, and the perfect blend for me was something related to either strategy or marketing. But at that time, I wasn't sure exactly what specialization I wanted to take up. I hadn't looked at each of them enough for me to make an informed decision. So my main reason for choosing Bocconi was not only the international exposure that we get here, but also the fact that I didn't have to choose a specialization from day one. Had the opportunity to look at every single possibility before deciding that this is what I want to do. And honestly, the elective system here is so diverse and so open that you can genuinely just take up whatever subjects take your fancy and make sure that you make the best of it and make sure that you tailor it to what you want to do in your career. So what happened was that in the Milan semester, we had a list of 40 to 50 electives that we could choose from. And I decided to take up mainly marketing and strategy electives. Like I mentioned earlier, that's what I was most interested in. And the Milan semester was completely different from everything else. I'm from the COVID batch. I hate saying that, but I am. So we have never been to the Mumbai campus, but we did get the chance to go to Milan. And for the 4 months that we were there, we had every opportunity under the sun. Honestly, going to the Milan campus was the best thing that has ever happened to me during my educational career. We had the chance to work with international students throughout every single subject. We had the chance to work with brands like Swarovski on live projects, and it was an amazing, amazing experience, not just educationally, but also for all-round development to understand how to work with people from varied nationalities, how to work in groups, how to adapt to everybody else, and how to just get the job done and make sure it is the best effort we're putting out. Productivity was one thing, but quality is of the utmost importance at Bocconi, and we were taught that time and time again. So like I mentioned, I wasn't completely sure of what specialization I wanted to take up or what I wanted to do in my career. So I took the opportunity to enter as many competitions as I could, and I made sure that they were all from different fields. As in the problem statements and the cases given to us, there were some from marketing, consulting, finance. There's really nothing I haven't touched. And it so happened that at the beginning, I was honestly the worst at it. I had no experience in doing any of these. And this was completely something new to me because I'd never participated in a B school competition before this. But after a point, when I started to understand what the judges were looking for, when I started to understand how to approach these problems through the courses and through everything that I was talking to with my peers here at Bocconi, it became something that was one of my strongest points. I went from knowing absolutely nothing to winning competition after competition after competition. And honestly, this isn't only a product of the education that we had in class from our professors, which definitely added something, but also from the diverse peer group we have over here. For me, I had 0 years of experience and honestly way too many degrees when I started. And I was very, very intimidated by my peers who had so many years of experience, who seemed so well versed in everything business. So for the science nerd to come up and find her place, it was difficult to say the least. But the people who were so friendly and so warm and so welcoming, even in a virtual world, was something that really made me comfortable to get up and ask the questions that I needed to ask when I was completely lost and didn't know what to do. I am the founder of La Conquista. La Conquista is our annual B School Fest. For me and my team, make La Conquista actually happen was honestly a dream come true. And even in the COVID scenario, we were able to get the best judges. We had people coming in from Nestle, from Capgemini, from Ferrero, from every single big company that was relevant to our competitions. We made sure to get the best people here because if it's a B school competition, we just didn't want it to be any old competition that's there. We wanted to be the best, and we made sure that we put in the hard work to show the quality that Bocconi produces. With everything I just said, it might seem like academics took a backseat, but for me it has been the most vital and instrumental part of figuring out what I want to do in my career. And that's not just talking about the specialization, but also about the kind of culture I would expect and require. So thank you very much. And if you join, make sure you're ready for a roller coaster ride.